Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like to defend over the fatherland, your god, emperor of mankind, your king of kings. Off here to a 1v1 on Bayuex in these that is Hireling, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, rolling out here with the 3rd Armored Division with mechanized, airborne, and tactical support with triple infantry bulletins. Whereas in the west, it is Iroha, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Fighting here for the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte with the lead armored, Overwatch, and special operations with double infantry and medical supply bulletins. Volkskandidates here ×2 versus double rifleman there for Hireling. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters. And a very big thanks to May I Be Me for donating and supporting the Propagandacast and supporting with his hard-earned money. Big thumbs up there. You too can join the heroic examples by pledging yourself or donating. Links in the description. Otherwise, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. In the south here, we have rifle squad moving forwards. Up north, reasons run for the fuel point rapidly in the name of freedom. Full moving forwards here for Iroha. Grab the solid point there with more squads there. And there we go. Second ready for the base. And similar here for Hireling. Second rifle squad moving forwards for freedom and democracy. Riflemen linking up there to form a stronger force here. And Iroha, thankfully for his own sake, by the way, is moving up too closer to support here, otherwise the front would just be completely blown away by the two rifle squads. Sturmpaniers might be able to, the problem is, of course, if Hireling just focuses on the Sturmpaniers, which is exactly what he does there, the Sturmpaniers will be cut to ribbons and the front will be able to do much. Second full squad moving in here, but the situation already turning dice here for Iroha. Not impossible for Iroha to win this, but the rifle squad then, the Hireling commander doing some serious damage here to those damn Nazis. Third rifle squad on the way there for Hireling. Fourth being shot to bits with rifle squad down to just 2 men. And with this, just through sheer firepower, Hireling overcomes Iroha's full squad release there in the end. But breaks off instead of finishing off the third full squad here. I can slightly understand why I want to be a bit careful, but at the same time, if he just gets up close, he should be able to beat them, since rifle squads just up close beat the full squad. There you go, having slightly moved his troops in cover of the hedges there, he can get close to the full squad without taking too much damage, and up close beats that as well. The two rifle squads here beats all that infantry, of course. Part of the element, of course, was that the hero fed them into the meat grinder here piecemeal rather than all at the same time. The Sturm Pioneers definitely should have been waited a bit there before being rushed in first. You should use some footsteps to draw in as fire and then close them with the Sturm Pioneers, I think. But that's that. Although a vicious engagement here and definitely a good start here for Hireling. Neither side that's yet to pick anything. Troops reinforcing. Got the folks going northwards here. Troops moving towards the centre. Back at base here for Hireling. We got the lieutenant. The platoon command post being activated. Full squad with Sturm Pioneers being up here, engaging the rifle squad. This time though, Hireling is much more scattered and so can't afford to put up a serious resistance here versus the Germans, allowing Iroha to steady advance for Deutschland. Full setting out there for Iroha. Rifle squad falling back here. Sturm Pioneer closing with a full attack from the north here. On the rifle squad. Rifle squads are being shot to bits. Sturm pass though. There we go. Got a kill in the force of retreat up north here for the echelons. Fun fact about the Waffen SS, and which is definitely not talked about a lot, but one element the Waffen SS for quite a part of the war actually had an advantage over the regular army was rather that they had more infantry per division, because after the losses at Stalingrad and North Africa, what happened was there was a large reorganization which, besides just, creating grenadiers and panzergrenadiers as titles, it also resulted in most army battalions losing regiments losing a battalion of infantry for panzergrenadiers, grenadiers, all that. But the Waffen SS got to retain theirs, so they actually had for each division much more infantry compared to a regular army division. There is fighting here going on. This time though, Iroha might be able to deal here with Hireling, forcing him back there. Got Lieutenant out. Hireling should probably consider some 50 caliber as Iroha has gone for Overwatch with Jaegers, which features obviously the Jaeger light infantry recon squad. Early warning systems for the fatherland, howitzers, and the sector assault ability. So definitely needs to be a change in tactics for Hireling. I think he needs to try and swing northwards, try and catch Iroha off guard. Full squad, they're retreating. Sandbags here from Iroha. So again, one of those details which you tend not to see a lot though. Most common history books actually dig into it to find that detail about the Waffen SS, that they actually had a lot more men per division compared to a regular army division, and even then sometimes they still perform less well with it. So little fun fact, there's only about I think late 1945, or about war standards, that they actually had to move down in terms of infantry numbers as well. Full squad right up north here. Ground points here and there. No doctrine yet for Hireling. We'll have to see what it goes. But the longer it goes on, mechanized seems less likely. Airborne or tactical support becomes more likely here to be picked. But there you go, just steady advance here by Hireling. And we do get tactical support featuring the light machine gun, half tracks, recon runs, strafing runs, Calliopes. Ground northern point here. So Iroha now has to push back again. We got the truck on the move here. Looks like a mechanized regiment. Otherwise, I think we'll be setting up for the battle group headquarters already by now. And yes, indeed, mechanized. We're turning up here flanking the Volksgunners and the Jaegers. Getting some good damage on the chumps, and their close calls does a ton of damage. Stuart light tank here for Hireling. Can also put some good pressure on Iroha. Grabbing the center victory point. Grabbing some of the munitions. And the northern one. Definitely opening up for some light machine gun antics here, which could definitely put some pressure on Iroha's troops. So, Sarge, can I grab a light machine gun? No. Why not? Because you'll drop it and shoot someone. Oh. He's not grabbing it yet. Pearsons are routed with the minesweepers. You'd think he'd prioritize just grabbing them as soon as possible. I mean, you could have two of them up right now and start blazing away that Iroha's infantry. Ambulance, Stuart light tank. Up north they're going for the calf point. So I've got something about there. Ambulance out here for Hireling. Points being seized there. But still, Hireling maintains good map control over Iroha and the Germans. And Internet did not grab the light machine guns. You'd kind of figure with tactical support, he'd just, prioritize getting as many light machines out the field as fast as possible. Because that's going to give his men some significant punch versus the Volksgunners and the Jaegers. North they got the Stuart versus the Volksgunners here. Gonna get Pantherfausted here. Damaged engine. Got Ralph Squad to the Volksgunners and the Jaegers. Could see Ralph Squad try and flank up behind Iroha's forces here, but doesn't. Troops healing, but still no light machine guns there for Hireling. Guess he doesn't want it. Meanwhile, we got the Puma there on the way for Iroha, the 234-2 Schwerer Puncher Speerwagen. Quickly holding up behind heavy cover there, and Hireling wisely backs off. Stuart fixed up once more. At this rate, he's going to have to spend all his munitions on bazookas, though, to help deal with the Puma, because the Stuart light tank on his own will definitely not be cutting it. Unless, like, Iroha misplaced that Puma spectacularly. Okay, we got the captain for Hireling. So, slightly common build with tactical support is you go for Lieutenant Captain. Typically, you don't go for the Stuart, you just use the half-track instead of your light vehicle with anti-aircraft mount. But still, it is not uncommon to see this build. So, I guess we're going to be going for anti-tank guns, but still, really then should be adding light machine guns if it's not intending bazookas. Definitely a bit of an oversight there by Hireling not to go for them. Hitting the southern fuel point again. They're very consistent fuel harassment here by Hireling. Thumbs up to that. Puma moving forward and getting the Stuart there with his 50mm gun. Punching through the frontal armor with ease. Bazooka on way for Lieutenant. Rocket flies, hits the ground, but hits nothing of importance. Up north here, Pearsons have pushed back, but the Jaegers to move forward. T-43 finding a way for them. Also got some assault rifles going up here for Iroha's Volksgrenadiers. Second bazooka rocket, also a spectacular whiff. North is Puma moving in, the Pearsons routed. Could see a small chance of wipe there, anti-tank all the way there for Hireling. Captain Calliope to upgrade the BAR. Grabbing the southern point. Still move there, 2 kills. Could use the Captain Course to survive the anti-tank and out faster. MD-54 on the way for Hira, very good, but still too few puts on control of Hireling is definitely great for Hireling. It could be a bit dangerous there for Iroha if this is allowed to go on for too long, but there you go, Iroha already hitting Hireling's fuel cut off. Thumbs up to that one. And one out. And we're still seeing Hireling not really do anything with the munitions, which is starting to look a bit weird or off. There goes some BARs in the camp, but still no primary light machine guns, despite those people say being one of the primary reasons people go for this doctrine. I mean, obviously this is a Calliope, which they're always going to pick, but like if you're not going to go for this, you might as well go for urban assault, I'd say. Stuart moving forwards again here. Captain almost got his BAR ready, his Browning automatic rifle. Banhan gonna offer them a bunch of infantry. Excellent throw there by Iroha. Thumbs up. Folks being focused on. We got the Puma flying away. The bazooka not doing much either. Hitting the southern field with MD-34 units grabbing the northern field point. Good play there by Iroha. Really turned the game around. It's Hireling, and Hireling needs something soon here versus Iroha to turn this around again. Back here reinforcing Hireling. Could of course grab those light machine guns, but Hireling continues to very much not believe in light machine guns, it seems. Grab the point here. Storm Pioneer routed. Puma shoots. Forces in packing, anti-tensioning up there, streaming in there, definitely forcing Iroha to fall back once more, but still having both fuel pods now gives them a bit more room to catch up to Hireling with. All staring at the weapon rack, just waiting for the order to grab, just they can't. Come on, just let us grab as one. No, can do. Not until the captain gives orders. Oh, there we go, finally. Definitely a thumbs down here. They took him this long to do it. Definitely a bit sloppy there, to put it gently. I mean, he could have set those light machine guns up much sooner, been putting on much more pressure on Iroha already by now. He just equipped those light machine guns in. So definitely bad timing there by Hireling. Definitely bad. MD-34 flying away there. Lieutenant being pushed back here. Jaeger sniping in as well there. Adding some serious pressure there to Hireling. Slow getting the northern fuel pump back here against the Krauts. Folks on the center being absolutely hammered there with light machine guns, just unleashing a torrent of lead here on the Germans. Almost wiping them out, in fact.
A capture point is being overrun.
There we go. Fuel point secured for freedom and democracy. Folks then being shot up at the Stuhl and the light machine gun wielding rifleman. Machine gun moving up, then the German one. Plus Sturmpioniere. And Ralph Corday caught at the center victory point, getting hosted with MD-34. We do have the strafing run unlocked, but I think at this point recommend more light machine guns over a strafing run. SCDC has more infantry they can be up. But Ralph's got pinned down here by heavy machine gun fire there. And he does call in the strafing run here on Iroha. He wasn't really setting up for that all along, either way. Pulled in there. Suppressed the Jaegers ends up not really doing a lot. You usually want like called in like, you know, specific targets. Like high priority targets or units that are bunched up, and in this regard I don't think that was high priority there for Hireling, if I have to be honest. 50 cal there for Hireling, very good, but yeah, that was kind of like a waste of munitions, and I think 2 more light machine guns would have done him a lot more good in the long run than that single P-47 strafing run, which just, well, didn't do much. Almost done.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture.
Heading off to the Fultz Grenadiers. Troops heading out of the base of Iroha. Another machine gun gewehr here for Iroha to help further contain Hireling's infantry. And you've got the captain, we've got the troops are flanking, Rifle Squad and Lieutenant. And there we go, forcing her to reposition the machine gun by retreating it, because there's no way that can maintain the position. It's going to need to take up soon, I think, bring out some armor here versus Hireling, because the Puma is, I think, going to struggle by now, instead of pushing through all the infantry and support weapons. That Hireling's managed to get into order here. As for Hireling, taking up soon himself either, I think would also be a very good idea. Like, the one I can get out, I think, medium tanks faster, I think will have a significant advantage over the other one, so I definitely think that's where they should be sort of pushing attention. Also worth noting, Hireling did lose a Rifle Squad, I believe. Might be wrong there, but I think he did. Yep. Bit painful there for him. Definitely gives Iroha a bit more an advantage over Hireling. Puma holding back up north. Back at base here for Hireling. Nothing further going on. Certainly no major, but certainly no truck either for Iroha. 50 gather being caught. Definitely would, I think, that one a bit too far ahead there against the Germans. Could have gotten punished here, and Bierson's wiped. Another loss here for Hireling. We got another P-47 strafing run. I mean, this time I can slightly understand it better, but I don't know. I still think more light machines at this point were doing better than, you know, that strafing run there. Particularly when he's not following up on it, it's not going to like matter much. And so far, it's not like he is following up on this. Another Stewart plus a 50 cal there for Hireling? Ha! That's a new one. Meanwhile, we got to take the Iroha. Looks like Hireling's got some sort of novel strategy in mind. I mean, in theory, I wouldn't mind a second Stewart, but I think in terms of timings, it's a bit rubbish. Like, if it's going to go for second Stewart, you should have done that minutes ago. Like, easily, like, you know, 5 to 6, 7 minutes early, we've done it then. Great, but I think at the 15, 16 minute mark, going for a second Stewart is not a great idea behind him. I'm not entirely sure what's going on or what he's thinking about this, but I definitely not advise it. We kept getting off a good hit on the Stewart light tank there, though. Jaeger's Lieutenant there for listening forwards. Truck out here for Iroha. Select the Shroud Punch course up to defend the south. Not bad. Second Stewart almost done here for Hireling. Need to get his fuel pump back up north. We need to get the southern one, but definitely need to get some fuel out here versus Iroha before Iroha just starts running on the tanks and running them all over him. Hireling still not taking up though. Again, double Stewart at the 50-minute mark is definitely one of the weirder ones I've seen. And a bit like the light machine guns, feels awkwardly timed, to put it generously. But there you go. Second M51 Stewart out here for Hireling. 9 kills on it, bet you 2. Puma gets off a good hit. Another great hit there. Bit of skirmishing there. Stewart number 1's going to need repair. Second Stewart then moving forwards. For freedom and democracy. 264 versus 472. Hireling continues having a massive victory point at the moment. Massive. Samax by the southern one. Still going to take the Hireling. You have Northern Party. You can call in the Calliope and proceed to do so. Interesting strategy here for Hireling, to put it generously. Definitely high risk, but I suppose arguably you can, you know, make it work, I guess, and hit your opponent really hard. But it's going to be tough there for Hireling. It's going to rely on him really getting some punches in with the Calliope and the Stewards. Also, fun fact about the Calliope, specifically the rocket tubes there, they would actually mount them on captured German half-tracks to form up, shall we say, their own types of Panzerwerfers. It then uses an anti-tank gun with the barrel sawed off there, so there's the mounting for it, just like, you know, you can elevate the gun and whatnot. Little fun one there, actually. Cloud finding out the German infantry support weapon, catching off the Puma in a bad spot as well. He could, does, absolutely punishing. Destroy the Kednev, almost got the Puma too. That was an absolute beating there. Stewart rushing forward, he's going to get Panther first here. He's going to try and take out the Puma with this. Sturmpany take a nasty hit, another hit there though. Could lose the Stewart light tank here. Punishing Hireling there. Needs to get the Stewart out of there. Needs some infantry support in this regard. The lack of infantry support for the attack, I think, was a definite mistake here by Hireling. Perhaps got a bit too confident, a bit too trigger happy. Cost him the Stewart light tank. At least it wasn't the veteran one, which would definitely be the more painful loss there for Hireling against Iroha. Calliope needs to pull back a bit. Panther 4 model gear ready here for Iroha. We got another anti-tank there for Hireling. He realizes he probably going to need some anti-tank guns out more to deal with the incoming Panzerwaffe. As Iroha's Panzerkampfwagen 4 aus von Jod arrives to the front line. Adding the pinball machine gun, very good. Thumbs up. We got 261 versus 439. Machine up towards the center. Straight to the anti-tank gun here. Could even pop the armored pistol rounds and the take aim, I think. Here, might have a chance taking out the Panther 4 if Iroha's too slow to retreat. Does that lose it? Stood rushing forwards. Bit too late there to the party. The lieutenant kept moving in there. Kept recruited and turned against the German tank once more. Good hit there, good hit. But now I definitely think Mr. Opportunity again by not using those two abilities and supporting a bit better. Still got the second anti-tank out here. Definitely going to make things much tougher for Iroha's Panzer 4. The Hireling definitely needs to start taking out there. Calliope firing again though. The machine gun there being caught in the storm of rockets. And the Puma's ultimately into it. Good God. Above. But the rockets are missing it. Damage engine in the Calliope stood the fine way this time in the Puma. Lieutenant could take it out with the bazooka. This could be another slap across the face here for Iroha. Bazooka misses the Lieutenant. Bazooka man is cross-eyed. God damn it, Jones. Where did you learn to shoot? Did we learn that? God damn it. Who let him hold the bazooka? I did. God damn it. Entertaining their firing at the Panzer 4. Veterans won the Calliope. Stuart ace level gave the MD-34. Almost got it cleared out here. Still not about it for me. 2 machines go. Need more Panther 4, so maybe a Yak Panther, something else. I almost got the MD-34 there, but Stuart's going to have to back off. Anti-tank setting up. The Yates from the north. Anti-tank number 2 in trouble. Their Calliope is almost ready to fire another barrage. Troops reinforcing Hireling. Still a make it here for Hireling. Jaeger's being hammered there. We got 15 kills on them. Almost 23. Stuart there. Getting off another great hit there. Anti-tank almost cleared up with the full grenadiers. We got 225. It's 439. It looks like Hireling's going to be back to bleeding out. Iroha like a stuck pig. At the slaughterhouse. There you go. Another great hit. The Panther 4 almost getting knocked out. It's going to blitz. Oh, makes a mistake there. He backs. Oh, he gets lucky. Holy smokes, he got lucky. If opponent though popped the armor piercing rounds, he wouldn't have gotten. But I was about to say he should have driven forward and gotten out the arc fire that one. It ends up not matching. Gets still knocked out by the anti-tank gun. Another stinging blow there to Iroha and the German army. And the Calliope is ready to fire another earth-shattering barrage. Here's the MD-34 crew. Just reassembled, gets annihilated under a storm of rockets. That doesn't just blow their mind, it spreads it all over a 10-kilometer radius.
Send over. Ready. Send orders.
So Iroha suddenly in a much worse position there. Definitely not the greatest tank handling there. He needs to support his tanks better. And it's down to just the Puma one spot. Like, his only fortune right now is that Hireling is still not pushing for tanks, getting more aggressive with that said. He's still doing really well without tanks. Hireling in part just this power, you know, the anti-tank guns used to support them properly. Well, I guess the Calliope as well, which, I mean, is easily the best rocket artillery in the game at the moment. The Katyusha, I think, is a close second, but the Calliope... Oh! There we go. Nice deep flank here by Iroha. Completely blindsided. Hireling could take out the Climb, in which case he's going to have a great hit there. The rocket tubes destroyed. Veteran 4. No, Veteran 3 in the Puma. There you go. No, the Calliope is abandoned. No. And the Puma goes down. The Puma is kaput. Oh, the rotten luck for Iroha. The absolutely rotten... broken luck. His only fortune right now is the Hireling has no way of fixing up the Calliope. He needs to get some re-echelons. And there you go. Got the Calliope. Finally took it out of commission. A small win there for Iroha Connect to go for another Panther 4. Now Hireling can't go for any tanks. But of course he has infantry and tank guns and 250 cals. There you go. Now the Panzerkampfwagen 4 us from Jod for Iroha. Hopefully he plays that one a bit more sensibly this time around. Jaeger's there. 19 kills in service of Deutschland.
Capture point is being overrun.
Entertain's being held 40, 50 kills as well. Ralph's got pinned down. Fifth coming forwards. Ralph's got suppressed, but the machine needs to get out of there. Still a major here for Hireling. A major surprise. Well, that said, it seems to strand you, but that the Calliope is definitely hitting some significant issues here. I mean, it's definitely been interesting to watch. And again, it's took him surprisingly far, but it might be he's starting to hit the limits of how he can take that. We'll have to see. But he's not going for more Stuarts, so he's going to have to like take up and push for Shermans or something. Has he an upgraded lieutenant with the light machine gun? He is not, and I imagine the captain as well have not been upgraded with the light machine gun either. We got 104 levels from 4 in the night, 439. Sturm Pioneer levels the captain. South moving up there. Panther moving towards the center here for Hireling. And there we go. Great hit on the Ralph squad. Almost takes out. Well, entirely kind of. Well, there's not many left anyways. Anything being hauled forwards here. Now the Calliope. Hireling doesn't care about tanks. At least not once connecting engage. He just cares about the rocket artillery. Certainly an argument for how powerful the Calliope is. I mean, it is really just an incredibly powerful tool, simply because like it doesn't have a lot of spread. It's, you know, fairly armored, but also just has a really low arc, so it's just like fairly fast with the rocket badge, giving the opponent less time to react. But it's also just, you know, very accurate on top of that. Plus the rockets just pack a punch as well. So it's just really good at getting wipes and like damaging tanks and vehicles. Go behind the base. Holy smoke! Command with rockets. Aircons there. He almost took out all of Iroha's infantry. Holy smokes! Imagine if those rockets landed slightly better there. That could have been GG. I mean, that would have been all of the Volkskommandiers plus some Sturm Pioneers gone. Gott im Himmel. Ralph squad flip coming up. They got Volkskommandiers being hammered here. Up north, Calliope needs to be careful. Panther engaging the troops here. Also bunched up. But we got the anti-tankers nearby pushing back the Panther 4 there. It was definitely going to be pressed hard here. Another hit there. Need to pull them out fully, I think. Got 103 versus 418. But now he knows back in terms of Mactor versus Hireling. Hireling is just going to go for more Calliopes here, though. Honestly, at this point, I'd not be surprised if he just keeps going for Calliopes, because they're clearly making an impact on Iroha. Need to get that Panther 4 pulled back for repairs. What are you doing, Iroha? What are you doing?
P-47 spun up and ready for reconnaissance flight.
Still lots of light machines you could pick up there. Bit of nose sight, but that's just me.
Big push coming.
But yeah, besides just mounting them and like captured, German have to just mount the rocket assembly and trucks and whatnot. They could get away with. I think they also just found for more static ground positions. So they all found that there. Lieutenant pinned down over the MU-34. That's only 3. Could pop into the arm-piercing rounds, but he probably is a bit concerned about Calliope barrages and other stuff before pop, so he doesn't want to pop that, or he just doesn't think about it. Oh, what could get up here for Iroha? Machine crew there, we go, being devastated. You can just see like just the way it doesn't really have like much of an arc. It's almost like direct fire. It's just very accurate, and also just very fast. So there's very little reaction time for the opponent. In this case, machine gun though narrowly got away from it alive, but that was really close there. Folks flanking up behind here. Panther 4 fixed up here for Iroha. Can soon go for another one. Hireling again. I'm guessing more Calliopes, but he's definitely starting to hit the limits of his strategy here. Some of those losses stuff. We got another P-47 strafing run here against the opponent. Lost the support and crew up north here, and machine gun cleared out. Did do too much here with the strafing run, it seems. Got 103 versus 389. Panther 4 down to half health again. It's going to need to fix that fast. Another Panther 4 Iroha, at which point if he gets that out, I think in time that could well be GG's, because I don't think Hireling in this current composition of forces, in fact since he's running out of infantry, can really resist 2 Panther 4s, even like double anti-tank guns. The infantry that Iroha has can clearly clear out. And there we go, 1 anti-tank crew has been exterminated, leaving him just with 1 anti-tank gun left. So I think the chances of Hireling now winning this actually getting fairly slim. And again, he went for like being an incredibly dominant position, but again, a few mistakes and a good push from Iroha, ultimately just turns around slowly. But again, I have to stress this: Hireling was really close to winning this, just off like the Calliopes and strong early mid game, without going for tanks. 100 gun over the anti-tank gun there. Another Panther almost done. Cloud barrage opening up from the machine gun crew. Almost wrapping that. There we go. Got another sniper off there. Freedom and democracy. 10 kills.
Point is being overrun.
Looks like the Ken's got 9 kgs now. He's trying the anti-tank gun, though he could, I think, push the Panther off to the Calliope and destroy it now. He's actually going to Panther faster, at which point the Calliope is going to be, well, pretty much down the water here. Panther almost knocked out. Second Panther was arriving. Could move up here and then push into the base to destroy it. Bigger Hireling 3 was the 363, but it's starting to look like here Hireling has very much lost this. Pulls with the rifle squad.
Tank ready.
Very quiet here. Hireling has now been, yeah, go, surrender, and GG, game over here. Victory for Iroha. Definitely quite the different strategy of Hireling. I think had he been better with his timings and using upgrades like light machine guns, I think he'd been in a much better position. I think he could actually really have made it work and possibly just defeated Iroha straight up. But I think there's also that other opportunity there with that Calliope strike there, wiped out all this infantry. He also will have won this. Like, Hireling was really close to winning this. Just off the back of the Calliope, and again, just a bunch of infantry from the Stuart light tanks. I mean, you know, it certainly highlights just how powerful it is. But again, Iroha himself, I think, also made some mistake. Could have been more careful with his armor, some of his units here and there. Could also outmaneuver Hireling a bit better, but again, he was up against something, you know, fairly nasty. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, do tell enemies. This is Imperial saying cheers. Thank you for watching. I'm sure tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.